Hello, Africa. Good day. This is Sci Tech, and I thank you very much for joining me. I am Ignatius Ano. Let's start the segment now. For decades, technology has been mainly driven by Westerners, and that's why most applications and features up until in recent times have had Western themes. But a group of African content creators are determined to change this trend in a very big way. Primarily, they are hoping African users can identify and relate to these themes, thereby owning their personal devices. Afrocomix wants your phone, although not produced on the continent, to at least have an African makeover. The company is asking you to say goodbye to Cinderella, Mickey Mouse and what have you, and instead enjoy the likes of Kweku Anansi and a lot more from African creatives. With this innovative idea, Afrocomix is poised to solve the issue of fragmentation among African creatives and create an avenue for us all to generate money. That's what they're saying. The analytical features of this app is geared towards helping content providers know their respective audience, perceive their work, and how best they can use it to their advantage. Afrocomix is hoping to become the one-stop shop for all Afrocentric content. And here's Abena Adai-Wache, who is communication lead at Letty Arts, the company behind Afrocomix.
Letty Arts is an interactive digital studio that creates games and comics based on African history, folklore and culture. We have pioneered the invention for some time now, and it has inspired other people to start creating their own games and illustrations as well. We recently released an app called Afrocomix, which we hope will help solve the fragmentation issues among patrons on the continent. It houses comics, wallpapers and short animations created by Africans on the continent. With the success of Black Panther, we believe there is hunger for Afrocentric content. And so Afrocomix is just the app that everyone needs to download in order to access the tones of such content. Also, we encourage all creatives to send us their work via publish@lettyarts.com. We will use our technology to make it as interactive as possible. Afrocomix is currently available on the Google Play Store with plans to release it on iOS version soon.
And depending on who you are, you might like this or not. Now, failure, they say, is a part of life. Sometimes you fail in order to appreciate and celebrate success. Tell you what, it's not only mankind that encounters failure. Technology also faces its own demon of failures, and I mean that. And that's why a new museum in Hollywood is celebrating everything that did not go according to the plan or as envisioned. It is simply called the Museum of Failure. The exhibition features consumer products and innovations that lost favor with the general public or simply were left behind as technology progressed. Among the hundreds of products that failed to take off are Google Glass, Betamax video recorders, and a board game featuring US President Donald Trump. A poster for McDonald's Arch Deluxe Burger, which failed to inspire the public in spite of an expensive advertisement campaign, also makes an appearance in the museum's collection. Samuel West is museum curator.
Here at the Museum of Failure, we have some tech failures like the Sony Betamax, Apple's iconic failure, the Apple Newton. We have some funny stuff, like right behind me we have Thirsty Cat, Thirsty Dog. It's bottled water for pets. I decided to open a Museum of Failure because I'm so tired of the success stories that media crams down our throats. I really enjoy when I see people actually immerse themselves into the different objects here at the museum, and then when they leave saying, I got a new perspective on failure. It's not that frightening.
And yes, if you have failed many times or currently healing from failure or disappointment, you will agree it is not really that frightening. Keep going, and just one step closer you are to that dream or goal. Trust me, I know it can be tough, But also trust me, because I know this for sure. It will certainly pay off if you don't quit. But let's get reactions on what some make of such a museum celebrating the technology that did not go as envisioned.
I think it's a great idea because it's things you forget about in life as well, because, you know, people try and cover up the failures, but, you know, if you make a museum of it, no one's going to forget that. So that's what I say.
West added that his idea was to make people aware that failure is a necessary part of innovation and that even big brands like Apple, Coca-Cola and McDonald's can make mistakes. And that's all I have for you on Sci Tech this week. Let the conversation continue on Twitter. Follow me at Ignatius Ano and also use the hashtag #TheMorningCall. I thank you so much for watching.